What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hertford to the Premier League. I haven't actually recorded for quite a while, I must admit. I have been away. I went up to Norwich to see my new flat, which is really quite nice. But yeah, I've had some pre-recorded episodes that have been going up in the meantime. So I'm a little bit rusty, so just cut me a bit of slack, but I should be fine once I get into it. We have been terrible. That is just how I'm going to start the episode. We have been terrible. Since the Chesham loss, we have not recovered. Our morale has been ridiculously low, and our form has been even worse. So we started... Actually, these draws are decent, but they're not wins. That's the main point of this episode, is that we lost 0-0 against Boreham Wood, followed by another 0-0 loss against Eastbourne Borough. Then a 1-1 draw against Havant and Waterlooville. Actually nice to pick up a goal. We hadn't scored in in 3 games before then. And James Roach was the goal scorer in that match. Meant that we got 3 wins on the trot. 3 draws, sorry. It was okay. 3 points, obviously, against difficult opposition and all away. So some difficult matches out the way. But I really thought these home matches would prove to be more important for us and crucial wins, to be honest. We played against Chelmsford at home in front of a 739 seated crowd. 4-1 we lost that match. Tom Scott scoring the only goal for us. It was so poor. Look at our defence, guys. Andy Mistow of 5.5, James Roach of 5.8, Ryan Marsden of 4.9. Up front as well, it was nothing. It didn't improve at all, and we lost our next match on the bounce of 2 losses in a row without a win in 7 matches. Andy Mistow getting the only goal for us in that match. Neil McKinn's just not playing well, not coming up for us while we've been playing him. So I think Spencer Bennett is going to have to start replacing him again. The next match I haven't actually skipped to because I just completely forgot to, but I'll do that in a minute, is against Woking away. So another difficult away match. There is going to be many difficult away matches in this league. I do not envision a simple one. Obviously the Staines 4-0 victory it's still something to think about, but it's a long time ago in like consideration of how many losses and how many draws we've had since then. We'll have a look at where we are in the league. Still respectable. We were making it into the playoffs last episode, which was nice. Fortunately, though, we've dropped 5 places down into 10th, 5 points away from 5th place. Actually from 6th. And our goal difference has also taken a bit of a hit with those 4-1 and 2-1 losses. Who are we playing next again? I think it's Woking, who are in 2nd, so another extremely difficult match. Not sure where our win's going to come from, guys. As I said at the start of the season, it is going to be ridiculously tough, and that is what has happened with this awful form. Without a win in 7, just worth repeating because it's just pretty bad. But we're going to skip ahead to this Woking match. Might have to start adjusting the features of the tactic, of the home tactic in particular, which has proved terrible the last 4 matches we played at home. A 4-0 loss, a 4-1 loss and a 2-1 loss. Hastings, we were actually 1-0 up in the first half, playing quite well, and then we just conceded 2. They scored a penalty in the 92nd minute, just to add insult to injury. And so I'm going to skip ahead and I'll join you guys in a sec. Okay guys, so we're back for this Woking match. I haven't changed the tactic at all, which I might do now. So you get to look a little bit at the, kind of thought process, I guess. So in terms of not scoring goals, that's kind of the main issue, because away we're fine in terms of we don't concede too many. So all the defensive ones I want to kind of keep. The shorter passing, I don't like. I'm going to get rid of that. And play out of defence, that's fine. Run at the defence. We've got Scott and Watson, who I want them to do that. We're not going to play narrower, though. We are going to ask them to play wider. So we're going to play wider and pass into space. Yeah, pass into space and play wider, so it's sent more to Scott and Watson, so there's more of an emphasis on them playing well, and hopefully they do. Target man, yep, that's useful. Okay, so let's hope that little changes they might be, they could potentially be very positive. Alright, they're playing the same formation. Apparently they're favourites, by quite a bit actually, 1-6 on, they are to win, and we're 10-1. So if you just heard the phone go off, it was just a stupid sales call, as usual. Yep, pressure is on the opposition, we'll just ask the assistant manager to do that. And go straight into the match, obviously with balanced fluidity and a standard mentality. I like to play it. I think sometimes you do have to play counter, and I might adjust this tactic to play counter. But right now we're not conceding shed loads of goals with this away tactic. But if we start to, then obviously I'll go to counter, just a bit more defensive. And then the wingers actually do play quite a big role in that, especially if we, instead of passing it out, we clear it to the flanks. That could potentially be a nice mixture. Luckily that goal won't count, otherwise that would have just contradicted everything that I just was saying. Jason James was offside, luckily for us. So Spencer Bennett, I've given Spencer Bennett a go up front, and Kilburn I think is playing. That actually hit the post. Good save from Rush though in the end to collect that and not bounce off him. Kilburn is playing. He has moaned a lot and he wants to have a chance. So I'm giving him a chance just to see what it's like. You know, I don't want to isolate players out. I want them to stay, I don't know, kind of, there's been a really positive atmosphere the last couple of seasons in the Hertford squad. I kind of want to keep that up. A disruptive player causes unrest, causes a unhappy squad, and morale drops obviously, and it all works against each other. So you kind of just need to think about it in, I don't know, kind of micromanagement. Like, tiny things do actually affect a lot in Football Manager. One thing does lead to another. That is the beauty of the game, to be fair. You can micromanage every single thing, more or less. Training, tactics, formation, stuff like that. Players you play, just the morale, the team and stuff. So it's probably one of the best things about Football Manager is how in detail it does actually go. I'm really looking forward to the next Football Manager as well, to be honest. No features I don't think have been released. They might have been released when this video goes up, but at this point I'm recording. No new features have been released, and it's not really, there's not much to get hyped about, which obviously I will get it for making videos first of all, but then also because Football Manager is a very fun game and I enjoy playing it, hence the series. Nothing has really happened though in this game, has it? Woking have had a large percentage of the possession and the shots. We have only had about 46% possession, but this is what I mean on the flanks. Just pause it quickly as Scott scores for us. I'll just pause it 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, so sorry for that interruption again. Tom Scott, though, with a really, really nice goal for us to send us 1-0 up just before half-time. My phone is it's just constantly ringing. It's not even mine, it's the home phone. That's why it's the most annoying thing, because I can tell people to go away if I know who they are. Very pleased. Carry it on. Blah, 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 blah. Wow, we're actually beating Woking so far. Don't want to count my chickens yet, because they're attacking now straight after. Rush needs to have a very good game. He, too, is also someone who's been complaining about not getting too many games. I'm going to keep him on with a knock, and as bad as it sounds, hope that it develops into an injury, because I do want to play Scott Booth, but I do not want an unhappy player. So if he carries on playing with a knock and he picks up an injury for a couple of weeks or whatever, then it will come up with the text. Bennett should have scored. It will come up with the text saying, I think it says he understands that he might need to wait for his position or something due to injury. So hopefully that will come up. Terrible miss from James there. He hangs his head in shame. Bennett should have scored as well from the position that he was. I think that was our clear-cut chance. We're going to just mark Jason James because he will get into those positions and he will score eventually. They have only had 2 shots on target, which is a positive thing. We have had 3 out of 3 shots, so that is nice to see that we're getting shots on target. Tom Scott's goal was actually quite decent, and Rush is having a good game. Once again, we'll mark Jason James, and we're going to make a few substitute changes when I am able to. I can't at the moment. Is that tipped over from Rush? That is really decent. James with the corner, Walker clears it, and hopefully that'll be the end of it. No, there's no point replacing Rush. Kilburn, again, you're having a shit game. Why do you expect me to play you if you're getting a 6.4 when we're winning 1-0? That is just terrible. Norman Bell's going to come on, replace him, and do a much better job because he's a much better player. Neil McKinn's is going to come on as well and replace Spencer Bennett, who has missed a pretty decent clear-cut chance. Hopefully we can grab another one and we can consolidate. Not consolidate, we can make sure this game is in the bag. Couldn't think of the word then. Our players are extremely wide. That is the tactic working. James though, what is this? Oh my god, that was so bad. 2 players and he just ran past them. He probably doesn't even have incredible pace. He just can do that because Football Manager. So Sam Rohurst gets his 14th goal of the game, and we are pegged back to 1-1. Stowe just throws it straight to the goalkeeper, giving them possession, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I want to see. We're going to retain possession a little bit more because of how badly we've been playing the last 5-10 minutes. Marsden to Roach. No, stop messing around with it. Why did you need to boot that forward? Watson cannot send anyone through, and James is almost through on goal there. Good tackle though, and it gets straight back to Rush. At this point, I'd be happy with a 1-1 draw. Especially how... Actually, no, because our waveform has just been draws, but Rohurst is through on goal here, but he cannot finish. The crowd is shaking their heads in disbelief at that miss. So luckily, Woking strikers have not been on point, not been on form to score the majority of chances that they've had, because they've had 4 clear-cut chances. Can we nick it? It's the 86th minute. Tom Scott cannot send it into a difficult position, and it goes out for a throw-on, but the highlight is skipped. 89th minute so far, guys. Nothing happening. That's going to be it, though. A 1-1 draw against Woking, who are second in the league away, is decent enough. We did actually play better, to be fair. Great result. We did actually... Yeah, we played a lot better than our previous matches, which is something to look forward to. Another point on the board. Yeah. I'm disappointed that we conceded so late on. Well, it wasn't late on, but so easily. James just destroying us down the left-hand side, and an easy cross for Hurst. So yeah, I'm going to end the episode there, guys. I sound really disappointed, I can tell. I kind of am. I really expected to win that. Well, not expected. I really wanted to win that match, especially after being 1-0 up after around 70 minutes or so. But that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. If you did enjoy, then obviously let me know by dropping it a like and telling me in the comments. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.